Welcome to our English Flow podcast channel. Hello, listeners. Welcome back to another episode of the English Learning Podcast. I am Sarah.
And I am Mark. Hello, everyone. It is great to be here with you. We are very excited because today we have a fascinating topic.
Yes, it is a topic that is changing the world right now. You see it on the news, on social media, and maybe even in your office. Today, we are talking about AI and chatting with robots.
It sounds like a movie from the future, doesn't it? Flying cars and talking robots. But actually, it is real life today. We are going to discuss how we use these computer brains in our daily lives.
Exactly. Do you use them to write emails? Do you use them to plan your holidays? Or maybe just to ask funny questions? But before we start our discussion, we need to learn some important vocabulary.
That is right. If we want to talk about technology, we need the right words. Our first keyword today is artificial intelligence.
That's a long phrase. We usually just say AI. AI.
Artificial intelligence means a computer program that can think, learn, or understand like a human brain. It is not natural intelligence, like people or animals. It is artificial, made by humans.
Perfect. Our second word is chatbot. That is spelled C-H-A-T-B-O-T.
A chatbot is a specific type of AI. It is a computer program designed to have a conversation with you. You type, "Hello," and it replies, "Hello, how can I help you?"
You might see chatbots on websites when you want to return a product or when you use tools like ChatGPT. It feels like chatting with a friend, but it's actually a machine.
Exactly. Our third word is tool. T-O-O-L.
Usually, a tool is something physical, like a hammer or a screwdriver. You use it to build a house. But in technology, a tool is a program or app that helps you do a job.
So AI is a tool for writing, just like a calculator is a tool for math. It makes the work easier.
And our final word for this section is creative.
Creative means having the ability to make something new, unique, or original. Painters, writers, and musicians are creative. But now, computers are becoming creative too. They can paint pictures and write poems. It is very strange.
So our four words are artificial intelligence, AI, chatbot, tool, and creative. Now that we are ready with the vocabulary, let's dive into the discussion. How are we actually using these robots?
So Sarah, I have to ask you, do you use these AI tools in your daily life, or are you afraid of them?
I am definitely not afraid. I actually use them almost every day. For me, the biggest positive point is speed. It saves me so much time.
Can you give me an example? What do you use it for?
Well, last week, I needed to write a difficult email to a client. I was staring at my computer screen for 20 minutes. I didn't know what to say. So I asked the chatbot. I said, "Please write a polite email to a client about a delay."
And what happened?
In 5 seconds, the email was done. It was perfect. I just changed a few words and clicked send. It turned 20 minutes of work into 1 minute. That is why I think it is a great tool.
I agree that it is fast. That is a huge advantage. It is like having a smart assistant sitting next to you all day. But I worry about the negative side.
What is the negative side for you?
I think it makes us lazy. If the computer does all the thinking, our brains will get weak.
That is a valid point.
Think about students in school. In the past, they had to read books and write essays. Now, a student can ask an AI to write a 500-word essay about history. The robot does the homework and the student learns nothing. That is a big problem for education.
Yes, teachers are very worried about that. It is cheating, but I think we can use it to learn too. For example, if you are learning Spanish, you can practice chatting with the AI. It never gets tired and it never laughs at your mistakes.
That is true. It is a very patient teacher. But here's another negative point. Truth. Can we trust the robot?
Yes. Sometimes the AI makes mistakes.
Exactly. We call it hallucinating. The computer sounds very confident. It says, the capital of France is London. If you don't know the answer, you might believe it.
So you cannot trust it 100%. You must always check the facts. It is smart, but it is not perfect.
Also, I miss the human connection. If I am sad, I want to talk to a friend. I don't want to talk to a machine. A machine cannot feel emotions. It can pretend to be sad, but it doesn't really care about you.
That is the most important difference. AI can be a helpful tool, but it cannot replace a real friend or a family member.
Let's move on to some specific situations. We talked about writing emails, but people are using AI for really crazy things now.
Like what?
Have you seen the AI art trend? This is where the word creative becomes important.
Oh, yes. You type a sentence like, a cat drinking coffee on the moon, and the computer draws a picture of it.
Exactly. It is amazing, but it is also strange. I saw a competition recently where an AI picture won first prize. The human artists were very angry.
I understand why they are angry. A human artist studies for years to learn how to paint. The computer learns in seconds. It feels unfair.
But for normal people like me, who cannot draw well, it is fun. I can finally create the images that are in my head.
Another interesting situation is travel planning. I used a chatbot for my trip to Italy last summer.
Really? How did that work? Did it book your flight?
No, it didn't book the flight, but I asked it, give me a 3-day plan for Rome. I like history and pizza.
That sounds like a perfect trip.
It was. The AI gave me a list. Day 1, visit the Colosseum and eat at this specific pizza place. Day 2, go to the Vatican. It was like a personal travel agent. It even told me which buses to take.
That is incredibly useful. Usually, planning a trip is stressful. You have 20 tabs open on your computer, looking at maps and reviews. The AI does all that research for you.
Yes. However, remember what we said about mistakes. One time, the AI recommended a restaurant that closed 2 years ago, so I walked there and it was an empty building.
Oh no, that must have been annoying. So you were hungry and lost because you trusted the robot.
Yes, I had to find a different place to eat. So it is a good helper, but you should always double check Google Maps.
There is one more area I want to mention. Cooking.
Cooking? How can a computer cook?
It cannot chop the onions for you, but imagine you open your fridge. You have only 3 things: an egg, a tomato, and some cheese. You don't know what to make.
Okay.
You can tell the AI, I have an egg, a tomato, and cheese. Give me a recipe. And it invents a recipe for you instantly.
That is actually brilliant. It stops food waste. Instead of throwing the food away, the AI helps you use it.
It's like having a professional chef in your kitchen giving you ideas. Just don't ask it to taste the food for you.
This has been such an interesting conversation, Mark. It really feels like the world is changing very fast.
It is. 5 years ago, nobody was talking about this. Now AI is everywhere. It is in our phones, our cars, and our computers. It is a little bit scary, but also very exciting.
I agree. I think the most important lesson from today is balance. We should use these tools to help us, but we should not let them do everything for us.
Exactly. We need to stay smart. So let's summarize what we learned today. We discussed that AI is a powerful tool. It can write emails, plan holidays, and even invent recipes for dinner.
It is great for saving time and being efficient. However, we also discuss the dangers. It can make mistakes. It can hallucinate false facts. And if we use it too much, we might become lazy or lose our own skills.
Right. We don't want to forget how to write or draw just because a robot can do it for us. The robot should be our assistant, not our boss.
Well said. Now, before we finish this episode, let's make sure we remember the new words we learned.
First, we had artificial intelligence, or AI. This is the computer brain that can learn and think like a human.
Then we talked about a chatbot. This is the specific program you talk to. You type text and it answers you in a conversation.
Our third word was tool. In this context, it is a piece of software that helps you finish a job, like writing or researching.
And finally, creative. This describes the ability to make something new and original, like art, music, or stories.
Great. Now, are you ready for the challenge? We have a very fun homework assignment for you this week.
Yes, we want you to try using an AI chatbot. You can use ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other free tool.
Here is your task. Ask the chatbot to write a short poem about learning English.
That is a great idea. See if the robot is creative. Read the poem and then tell us, was it a good poem or was it silly?
Please copy the poem and paste it in the comments section. We really want to read what the robots say about our language.
It will be fun to see the results. Thank you so much for listening to our discussion on chatting with robots.
We hope this episode was helpful. Don't be afraid of the technology, just use it wisely.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Goodbye.
See you next time.